गुड आफ्टरनून। प्रेम लंच नहीं खिलाया क्या ठीक से? हाँ, क्या खिला दिया? ज्ञान बहुत खिला दिया। लेट्स ट्राई दिस अगेन। गुड आफ्टरनून। Yeah, this sounds amazing. It's been a while since I've been at one of the Cafe Mutual events, and it is very nice to see all of you here. I am told, by the way, that this is the first organized conference that anyone has done on SIF. So, Prem and the entire Cafe Mutual team, congratulations. It's fantastic. And I'm told that 250 of you are in the room. Of course, some are eating lunch outside. Many of you have traveled outstation to be here. So it's absolutely amazing that you are here. I always have the gift in MF conferences of entertaining you after lunch. So I will do my very best. But this is a technical topic, but we'll have fun with it. Let me start without. And by the way, I think with the number of sessions and quizzes that have happened, all of you are masters on SIF by now. तो मैं भी यूज करूंगी opportunity सबको quiz करने की. I don't have gifts, but we will see about that. But let me ask you a question, not from a manufacturer's point of view. मैं आपको एक question पूछती हूँ as a distributor. And everyone knows the travel agency business. Yeah? What's the primary job of a travel agency? What is a travel agent? This is not a trick question, guys. What does a travel agent do? A travel agent largely sells tickets, right? You sell tickets from Delhi to London or Delhi to New York or Delhi to Mumbai, right? And that's a large volume business. It's a primary job of a travel agent. Let me ask you another question. Maybe 30 years ago, there was differentiation in issuing tickets. But today, as a travel agent, can you differentiate yourself by issuing tickets? No. Because, I mean, finally the same flights are there from Delhi to New York, and all the travel portals also offer them directly. The MF business is amazing, but it has become like the ticketing business of a travel agent. Now, what are travel agents trying to differentiate themselves on? Experiences. I'll send you to France and you can go skydiving. I'll send you to the Strait of Hormuz and you can go do something else or whatever else people are doing these days. And the amazing thing about experiences are they are differentiated and they're also hard to compare because a ride down the Strait of Hormuz is actually priceless, right? Then you don't worry about TER kitna hai or commission kitna hai. I think as distributors, all of you need to think about the SIF opportunity that way, and we'll talk more as we speak. But very basic quiz questions. How big is the SIF industry? How old is the SIF industry today? Question one. 8 months. What's the AUM? Super. Wow. Precision, man. And what's the number of folios? 3,150 is wrong. 30,000. Okay. So, the SIF industry is 10,000 crores, yes. Actually, we are close to, this is the stat that is most interesting to me, we are close to 50,000 folios when not many people have even passed the exam pan-India. And we have now, I'm told, 6,000 people who've passed the exam. And of course, the largest category in this is about 8,000 crores, which is hybrid long short. I'm very proud to say that Altiva is about half of this hybrid category in our single fund. But this is not about showing off Altiva. Now let me ask you another question. आप लोग डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर हो, वाई शुड पूरा आपने SIF का ज्ञान सुन लिया है सुबह से, वाई शुड अ कस्टमर बाय एन SIF? Okay, very nice English, great. Any other answers? Minimize the risk. Okay. So I'm asking this question because hopefully you will get a sense in this presentation of where I'm going to. So when I ask this question typically to less smart audiences, they tell me, लोगों को कुछ differentiated चाहिए. People need something differentiated. It has derivatives. And then they have all these words. I think this is all engineering words. Finally, when a consumer buys the car, they buy it for some reason. Either that reason is mileage, kitna deti hai, or that reason is luxury, which is why you buy a Mercedes, or that reason is electric, or something like that. I think there are only two reasons people should buy an SIF, and I'll tell you where I'm going with this. One is that there is an existing product, and at lower risk, you can offer similar returns. So, similar returns as an existing MF product, but aapne risk kam kar di. Okay? The second is similar risk as an existing product, aapne return बढ़ा दिया. In financial services and in investments, there are only two things that can be relevant to the customer. One is risk, one is return. Everything else is engineering, which actually I don't think anybody cares about. Finally, you don't care how your car is engineered. And I think there are 3 SIF categories today that SEBI has created: equity, hybrid, and debt. What we believe is that for each category, there is a comparable MF category. So X top 100 is comparable to what? Mid and small. Equity long short is comparable to maybe flexi cap. Long short hybrid is comparable to this whole domain of BAF, equity savings, income plus ARB. And fixed income also has its comparables. I think the simplest way, a lot of you were asking me, how do I think about SIF? I said, look at the SIF category, look at the closest MF category, because SIF is basically MF plus some flexibility to short. That is what an SIF is, right? Plus some more flexibility. And see, if I am buying an X top 100 SIF, am I getting better risk or better return versus an MF? Otherwise, why would someone buy it? And why would someone sell it? Now, this is another question that I was getting asked today in the conversations first. How would you evaluate an SIF? SIF को कैसे evaluate करते हैं? What matters? When you as a distributor look at an SIF, see, we are industry, we can throw all kinds of nice words at you, derivatives, etc. But how should you as a distributor evaluate it?
Outside.
So I want to give you some. Downside protection is a good one. So I think the first thing you should check is how much open equity exposure it has. 0, 10, 20, 30. Because that will finally give you answers like downside protection. Second thing you need to understand is, derivative is a word. What is the derivative being used for? And I will give you some examples on this. Everyone uses derivatives. Derivatives can be used in different ways. Third, one of the great things SEBI has done in SIF is created this notion of risk band. Are you familiar with this? The risk band is remarkably accurate, and I'm going to give you an example. So look at these risk bands. Fourth, I think you have to look at the ability of the fund manager to do this, because finally trading derivatives is a very different experience from buying and holding. And 6, you should look at the risk management framework. And I believe the biggest job a distributor has here is to ask questions. Now, let me ask you another question. Someone said downside protection. What is the purpose of a derivative? SIF ne derivative to allow kar diya. What is the purpose of a derivative? Why do you use derivatives? Great, okay, that's, yeah. So what does hedging give? It gives downside protection. What are other purposes of derivatives? To generate returns. Okay. So let's break this down. There are 3 reasons that derivatives exist. And we are going to think like customers. We are going to think like car manufacturers. We are not going to think like asset managers. First purpose of derivatives is to give people safety. We all understand safety? So safety, the original use of derivatives was, I had a BAF. It had 80% equity. I put a 30% Nifty short. I got hedging. That's safety. Safety can be done with put. Safety can be done with future. But what the consumer gets in a derivative is safety. The second purpose, which very few of you mentioned, and where SIS will come in, is to take a directional view. So if I am positive on HDFC Bank and negative on ICICI Bank, can I use derivatives to make money from that view? What will I do? I will long HDFC Bank and I will short ICICI Bank. I can do it with puts, I can do it with pair trades. Now there, what is the risk? What is the risk in going long HDFC Bank and short ICICI Bank?
Both
Can go wrong. One can go wrong. Both can move. So one is safety. One is directional. The third one that none of you mentioned, which is actually what most SIFs are doing, is this. It is called generating income. No, again, covered call is engineering. Income is consumer language. Now, what is the easiest way to generate income using a derivative? No, आप लोग arbitrage fund भूल गए. Arbitrage fund does what? Long reliance, short reliance, income. The easiest way is cash futures arbitrage. Then there's covered call, then there's straddle, strangle. So when you look at SIFs, essentially derivatives can be used for three purposes. Now, I think this slide should matter to you. All of you, I've shown you the hybrid long short category. It's the largest category out there. There are, I think, 6-7 funds in the hybrid category. The amazing thing is this. So would you agree with me that when AMCs sell mid-cap funds, broadly everyone's mid-cap funds look similar? Because the rule is 65% has to go into 150 stocks, correct? So I love Edelweiss mid-cap fund, but finally they all look similar. Now I want to show you 6 SIFs in one category, hybrid long short. Okay, one is ours and I'm not naming the others. These are 6 SIFs. One has a risk band of 1, one has a risk band of 5. One has no directional long, one has 7.5 to 75, one has 50%. One is only cash futures arbitrage, one is covered calls, etc. One also has naked shorts. Are all 6 of these comparable? Not at all. Let me ask you a question. Is this good news for you or bad news?
Bad.
Absolutely wrong. This is amazing news for you because this is where you need a distributor. Unlike ticketing, where tickets are comparable, each of these offer very different experiences to the consumer. And this is where consumers are confused and need your help. So, that was that. I want to do 2 things. I want to show you 2 SIF constructs because the idea was to deep dive. But again, I'm not going to do engineering. I'm first going to tell you 2 problems that customers have and see how SIF might be able to solve them. So, let me ask you a question. Aaj agar tax-free bond, today if a tax-free bond was issued at 6.5%, would there be subscribers for it?
Yes.
Lots of them. Line lagti. Okay. So, problem 1 is there are no tax-free bonds at 6.5%. Let's use SIF to solve this problem. Now, since 2023, and I used to run Bharat Bond, I still do, nobody buys fixed income, correct? Even Dhaval says nobody buys fixed income. Why does nobody buy fixed income?
Exactly.
It's still important in the asset allocation. Nobody buys it because of taxation. Let's use SIF to solve that problem. Today you have debt funds, fixed returns, slab rate tax. You have arbitrage funds, efficient tax, limited returns. You have equity savings funds, 15 to 40% open equity, tax efficient, but equity exposure. What we tried to do with Altiva hybrid long short was build something in the middle. Can you give 9 to 10% to a consumer with reasonably low downside? Now, this is the consumer outcome. If you can do it, do you think something like this will grow? If you can deliver this, do you think something like this will grow? Highly likely it will. Now, this is the engineering. How do you do it? You take your core portfolio and you put 60% in fixed income. That we all understand. AAA, AA plus. You do some cash future and covered call. Then you do 2 more things. You do some very low risk derivative strategies. 2 companies are going to merge. You try and play that merger. All of you know IPOs. You participate in IPOs not for a long term, but for listing day gains. All of you know QIPs. You participate in QIPs. These are special situations. So you have a core portfolio that should be able to do 6% for you, and the 3-4% you do from the other stuff. Now, because it's been 8 months when we started this exercise, and we started our NFO at about 300 crores, a lot of people told us, what will happen in a down market? Tell us, back-tested results, bata do. The good thing is, the last 6 months have seen, if you were a cricketer, they have seen a bad pitch with Bumrah bowling. So we have no reason to look at a back test. I can just show you live experience of what has gone on in SIF. And you will agree that the Strait of Hormuz has not made this an easy experience. So this is just our fund. We've seen a period where markets are down 10%. Index has been down 4 months. Of course, arbitrage funds have been positive all through. Equity savings funds have been up and down. As communicated, Altiva hybrid long short has been somewhere in the middle. Now, as distributors, it's also very important to get the sales pitch for this right. This is not an ARB fund. This will not be positive every month. So we very clearly say, in 6 months, you will not have 2 consecutive negative quarters. But we don't say it will be positive every month. This is not arbitrage money that has a 3-month time horizon, but over an 18-month period, I think this becomes a very viable thing. So remember that point on risk return that I was trying to make? Better risk return than an equity savings fund. This is another set of statistics that you can look at when you are looking at these kind of funds. So what one looks at is, how much does the fund participate जब market बढ़ता है? How much does the fund lose when market गिरता है? So Altiva participates 20% on the upside, loses 11% on the downside. Again, आप उसको equity savings से compare कर सकते हो. So that's that. Let me use the last few minutes to give you another problem case. मुझे कोई कह रहा था, customers PMS खरीदते हैं. Do people buy PMS? They buy PMS. It's a product. Okay? Now, PMS की सबसे बड़ी problem क्या है? PMS isn't always tax efficient. The taxation happens in whose account? The investor's account. Model portfolio and actual portfolio में फर्क होता है. Let me show you a way to use SIF to build a tax efficient, sensible PMS product. And I can do this in one slide. Now, you have mutual funds, customers have mutual funds, but a mid-cap fund has to hold 65% in mid-cap. A small cap fund has to hold 65% in small cap. PMS has no definition. Mid-cap funds are typically holding 65 to 70 stocks. Small cap funds are 90 plus. PMS is very concentrated. SIF has the same taxation as mutual fund. What if you can use, and this is what we are going to try and launch in May in the X Top 100 category, SIF to build a 35 to 45 stock portfolio of small mid. We call it a flexible SMID portfolio, small, mid and micro, that can just give competition to PMS. So it's the PMS concentration, PMS specialization, but the MF institutionalization and tax efficiency that comes with the efficient platform. All of you know the pains of PMS, so I'm not going to spend time. But this is one more solution that we expect to build with Altiva coming May. By the way, one last case I have for you. How big is the PMS market? Any idea? मैं तो आपके business की बात कर रही हूँ. How big is the PMS market? Equity PMS, discretionary. Let's forget EPFO. There are 2 lakh PMS clients out there, guys. There's almost 4 lakh crores of discretionary equity AUM. Okay? There are 500 portfolio managers. And where does PMS alpha come from? Small and mid. Look at this as a large business opportunity on a tax efficient platform. By the way, all this derivative stuff, one more small piece of math, it used to happen on what platform? Cat3 AIF, right? What's the problem with Cat3 AIF? That, let me ask you a small piece of mathematics. This is the second last slide. An SIF that does 10% pre-tax gives you 8% after tax, 12%. To do 8% after tax, what does an AIF Cat3 need to do? Do your maths again. 12, 14, 16. 16. Nope. There you go. And you know why? Because, and I ran the country's first Cat3 AIF, so I've dealt with some pain here. In AIF, first you cut tax at MMR, then you deduct fees, then you deduct carry, then it comes to the customer. This is another large business opportunity. My time is limited, but I'm going to show you one slide. I talked about the travel and ticketing business. Has anyone here, I'm going to ask an awkward question, been to Finland? Has anyone been to Finland?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Only Prem. Prem is the only one rich enough to go to Finland these days. So one of the reasons many people haven't been to Finland is Finland is a bloody pain to go to. Okay? You go to see the northern lights and half the times the northern lights don't appear. Then if you are vegetarian or Jain, God help you in finding food. Right? This is reality. So someone has started curating these Finland travel experiences. There is a travel agent in Bombay. 80% of the market share of India-Finland travel goes to one guy in Bombay. His name is Yogi, by the way. You can go find him. He runs a very large agency. Every HNI from this country who goes to Finland goes through Yogi. I've gone through Yogi myself because Yogi has taken something that is difficult, tied up with the government, figured out the landscape, found out how to get you roti and aloo matar in Finland, and build a very large business around it. I think you guys have two choices with SIF. You can think of it as something exotic, and iska to track record nahi hai, and it has a lot of derivatives and I don't understand it. Or like many of you, you can choose to think of this as Finland. Think of it from the lens of solving a customer problem, tax-free bond at 6%, tax-efficient PMS. And once you start to do that, I think the opportunities are genuinely limitless in this category. Thank you very much.